It's open for all. It's not just for kids, just so you know. I always say that. It's not for kids. It's a family program. Alhamdulillah. So it's a potluck as well. So right after the sunnah, inshallah ta'ala, we're going to resume. If you have some time, join us, inshallah. Jazakumullah khair. All right, let's do this, inshallah. Let's start. Let's resume. We're gonna ask the brothers to come this side. I know it's after we take a long break and then we come back. A lot of people are still not aware that we're back, so it's okay. We work with what we have. I'm sure, as you may have known, alhamdulillah, this place becomes packed. But I think a lot of people still don't know that we're starting today. But alhamdulillah, so let's start. We need to open the side for the sisters so that we can start our journey. And those who are outside, yallah, we're gonna start. Yallah ya Hisham. We got, of course, some special gifts tonight. Alina, huh? Amongst the prizes that I'm giving a giveaway today, of course, is Zamzam. And I've got my Hajj kit. You know what my Hajj kit? Did they give you this? They didn't give you this. They gave you a small bag. I told you to come with me, you did not want. I got a bigger bag. This is my Hajj kit. I'm going to give it away. It's got a... This is like a... It's like a water fan, huh? So when you go for tawaf, huh? And I've got this. This is a very nice thing, man. I'm going to give it away today, inshallah, huh? وعندي زمزم, عندي الكنترول. I have everything. And then we have some amber and misk. I've got misk to give away as well today. أيوة. So I've got some good prizes. And I've got candy. تعرف العرب بيعرفوا هذه. اخواننا من السعودية بيعرفوها. في اليمن بيعرفوها. تعرف ايش تسمى هذه؟ يقولوا لها ايش يقولوا لها؟ حلوى بقر. حلوى بقر. ما تعرف حلوى بقر؟ انت مش من السعودية ما بتعرف حلوى بقر. This is special all the way from Saudi Arabia. So I've got everything here. Let's start inshallah. يلا حبيبتي. أهلا وسهلا. يا مرحبا. يا مرحبا. No candy now. We're going to start. I want full attention because today there's a lot of content. A lot of content. So we need to start. And I need full attention and focus. inshallah. يلا. وينه هذا؟ بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وين؟ طيب. I don't know what happened. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. All right, guys, next to your dads, moms, dads. If you go to next to your mom or to your dad. يلا. Girls, next to your moms. يلا. Pick a dad. Pick a dad. هذا can be your dad. يلا. Today he's your dad. ارجع. ارجع ورا. ارجع ورا. Where's بابا؟ بابا وينه بابا؟ ايوه عند بابا. يلا يلا. اقعد جنب بابا. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. So we're still back. Jazakumullah khair for coming. May Allah honor you. May Allah bless you. Barakallahu feekum. We're still with the nation builders. We're still with Musa alayhi salam. The story of Musa alayhi salam. We left off where Musa traveled from Egypt. Why do I hear noise? Why do I hear noise? Where Musa alayhi salam traveled to, he escaped Fir'aun, and then he traveled from Egypt to Midian, right? Midian. It took him, it was a long trip, about 1,000 kilometers, and then it took him over a week, 8 days of traveling, alayhi salam. And then when he reached Midian, the story with those two daughters what they call the man by the name of Shu'aib. Is he the prophet Shu'aib? No, it is not the prophet Shu'aib, because at the time, as I mentioned last time when we met, it was not that prophet. It was not a time of prophet Shu'aib at the time. It was actually a man, a righteous man, with his daughters. The daughters were watering for their cattle, and then they could not, mingle with men. So came Musa alayhi salam, who was very thirsty, very hungry, yet this is why he was chosen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As Musa, as he cared so much, Musa alayhi salam, he was that shoulder to the oppressed. If you remember, لقب موسى عندنا, لقب Musa, we gave him a title. The title is ظهيرا للمظلومين. He was, a back and a shoulder to those who were oppressed. Musa alayhi salam. So you will see as to why Allah Azza wa Jal will select Musa, as to why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made Musa Kalimullah. Musa is Kalimullah. Prophet Muhammad is Habibullah. Prophet Muhammad is also Kalimullah. Prophet Muhammad is Khalilullah. Ibrahim is Khalilullah. Naam, the friend of Allah Azza wa Jal. Musa is Kalimullah. Prophet Muhammad has encompassed all those, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So that's what we left off. So there was this woman, right, who when he watered for them, they went back to their dad and told him about this man who watered for them. And then she told قالت إحداهما يا أبت استأجره. So what happened? Musa, or the father, the man called Musa to come. He wanted to thank him because the lady came to Musa and she says, إن أبي يدعوك ليجزيك خير ما سقيت لنا. Our father wants to invite you to thank you for watering for us. So he came, Musa, and then he told him the story. Musa told him, what happened, and I fled from Egypt because Fir'aun, they're searching for me, so I'm here. By the way, I mentioned this not last week, I think 2 weeks ago. The question is, إيش كان الquestion? من القوم الظالمين. Why Musa chose Madian? لماذا راح إلى مدين بالضبط? Why Madian specifically? Why Jordan? Madian is in Jordan. See, he went to Jordan. Why Jordan? Not Michael. Not Michael Jordan. Why Jordan the country? Why Madian? أيوة. قول. ما شاء الله عليها. It's نعم she's right. He went to a district or a country that Fir'aun cannot reach. He has no authority of. He has no power of. So came Midian. Did he have a GPS? By the way, he did not know where he was going. عسى الله أن يهديني سواء السبيل. He made that dua. Well, Allah guide me towards سواء السبيل. So Allah guided him to a land that was not governed by Fir'aun. Right? So what shall I give you? What shall I give you? You take bath? Give this to you and your mom. Yalla, ha. This is a spa. This is for you, mashallah alayki. Good. Do you want halwa bagar? From Saudi Arabia? From Medina? This is from Medina. You want Medina? This is for you. Aywa, mashallah alayki. You're welcome. When kunt? He chose Jordan. So he went to Midian. So then this girl, the same girl probably, the same al-Binat, the same girl who told her father, there was this man, he was strong, he helped us, so go and invite him. So she invited him. And then the same girl, all of a sudden she goes to her father. قالت إحداهما. By the way, إحداهما means one of the two daughters. What daughter is he? What daughter? إحداهما. What do you think? Which daughter here we're talking about? Probably the same daughter who told her dad, we went to water, but there was this man, he helped us. Because they came in early. فجاءت إحداهما تمشي. Remember? فجاءت إحداهما تمشي على استحياء قالت إن أبي يدعوك ليجزيك خير ما سقيت لنا. When one of them came walking. Probably it's the same girl. The same girl. She came walking على استحياء from the name of Allah. The name of Allah? الحي. لا الحي. الحي. Al-Hayy, the modest, subhanahu wa ta'ala. The name of Allah, Al-Hayy, the super modest, subhanahu. You know, she was walking with modesty and she spoke in modesty. قالت إن أبي يدعوك ليجزيك خير. So then, the same girl, she's the same girl. قالت إحداهما يا أبت استأجره إن خير من استأجرت. Oh, a question with Zamzam. Hey, with Zamzam. إن خير من استأجرت القوي الأمين. A strong, trustworthy person is definitely the best to hire. How did she know قوي أمين? How did she know he was strong and أمين? How did she know he was strong? She says القوي الأمين. How did she know he was strong and أمين? That's قوي. The trustworthy. He says qawi is strong because he lifted that rock by himself. Aywa, but how about amin and trustworthy? ايش trustworthy with the cattle and the water؟ ايش تخربط علينا انت هنا؟ ايش؟ قول again, say that again. Open your mouth because you only gave one answer. كده بسم الله خلص عليك. Because he أعطاني one good answer, the other answer is not. So he get a sip. Al-Qawi, we saw him lifting the rock. Amin, how did you know he was Amin? How did you know he was trustworthy? Hajjah. ودله على الطريق وما تكلم معاها وكان بالأدب ويا هذا الأمين يعني أنه she was trustworthy when she came to tell him and then he told her to go on the front and I'm in front of you, you're behind. If there is something, point me towards the right part. He was أمين. He did not want to mingle واستغفر as they say today, flirt. حجة the other بعطيها كمان بس خلاص هو تفضلي. أيوة you can share with each other, huh? And I still have one more, huh? I still have one more. Al-Qawiy al-Amin. The daughter suggested her dad to hire him. Now the question comes. The same daughter. Dad. The dad is a smart, bright man. My daughter keeps talking about this man. He came, he was impressed. Musa, strong, trustworthy, came from Egypt, from Bani Israel. Yani he's known, he's cultural, he's educated. Naam. He's educated. So he offered him something. What did he offer him? I needed my click هذا كان يعلمي. كان الداس proposed for his daughter. لا don't tell me yes or don't tell me no. If you tell me yes قول لي yes. كان a father. أنا مثلا عندي بنت. هل ممكن أقول حدا بشوفه بيقول له زوج بنتي؟ Can I offer someone to or propose my daughter to someone? Can a dad do this? Yes or no? If you say yes, you tell me why. If you say no, you tell me why. How do you know? Are you married? How old are you? 5? Oh, my dad knows. My dad knows. خوفناه. هات. Here. ما تخاف. أنا بمزح معك أنا. How do you know? Can a dad propose to his daughter? Oh, not to his daughter. For his daughter. ما ترفع ايدك. قول أنت. So يختار الشخص كان a father because we have something called culture. لا, it is if you want my daughter, you come to her, you have to ask and I have to say no in the beginning. وطلع روحك وبعدين امشيك والفيك وبعدين لا. Can a dad propose to his daughter? Why not? Do you know someone who did it from the past predecessors? Do you know someone who did this before? There was a man by the name of Sufyan al-Thawri. He's a past predecessor. هذا من السلف الصالح. Sufyan al-Thawri. He had someone who is actually he's one of his students, and he saw him, and then he says, "Would you like to marry my daughter?" And he proposed now for his daughter. So it is something that has happened. So here, why I'm saying this man proposed his daughter for Musa. What did he say? He said, "Bueno." قال إني أريد أن أنكحك إحدى ابنتي هاتين. So we have to work out a deal. Is the deal, I'd like you to marry my daughter, but in return, her mahar, her dowry, the mahar. As you say in Urdu, mahar, jahiz, jahiliya, mahar. In Urdu, maher. You say maher. So the mahar is على أن تأجرني 8 حجج. He says, I'd like you, I propose, I wish you to marry my daughter, one of the 2 daughters. But Musa wants the other one as well. The same one who came to him, the same one who spoke to him. Musa wants the oldest one. The 2 daughters of mine to you, provided that you stay in my service for 8 years. Yani you work for me for 8 years. And then he says, you complete 10, it will be a favor from you. Yani 8 years, but if you're kind enough, if you want to make it 10, make it 10. In return, she will be your wife. You can marry her. For 10 years. If you work for me for 10 years. But I do not wish to make it difficult for you. Allah willing, you will find me an agreeable man. He says, وَمَا أُرِيدُ أَنْ أَشُقَّ عَلَيْكَ سَتَجِدُنِي إِنْ شَاءَ اللَّهُ مِنَ الصَّالِحِينَ. So here he proposed his daughter for this man. Did Musa accept? Yes or yes? How do you know? وإيش قال القرآن؟ وقال عفريت من الجن أنت عفريت من الإنس. I'll give you musk. You can't say no to musk. قال ذلك بيني وبينك. That's the evidence. That's the proposal. That's he proposed and Musa accepted. He says, Musa responded, then it is settled. It is a deal. You give me your daughter, I work for you for 10 years. By the way, if your father-in-law offered you to marry his daughter, and then in return, you will be his worker for 10 years. Would you agree? You work for me as my servant. You work for me as my shepherd. He said, no. Well, Musa accepted. قال لك no. I will never give you my daughter ولو ببلاش يعني. You kidding me? أنت بدأ بس هذا كذا. قال ذلك بيني وبينك أيما الأجلين قضيت فلا عدوان علي والله على ما نقول وكيل. خلاص, Allah Azza wa Jal is the witness here. Musa accepted, the man offered. What are the components of عقد الزواج؟ في عنده بنود. ما هي بنود عقد الزواج؟ What are the What are the components of عقد الزواج؟ بنود عقد الزواج كم هي؟ جواب القبول. خلاص عمر انت يا حبيبي انت متزوج بس قبول وشهاده. That's it. What are the بنود؟ How do you know? Are you married? How do you know? What are the بنود, the components of عقد الزواج? He says عرض and قبول, offer and acceptance. It is in Islam, it's not more than offer and acceptance. What are the بنود؟ أيوة. شاهدين. الوكيل. العرض الطلب قلناه. شاهدين. احنا بتعيدها كمان. شاهدين. وايش اخر؟ The 2 witnesses, offer acceptance. What else? والمهر. ايوه المهر. ايوه. اشهار مو بند من البنود. وين الرابع؟ ايوه الشاهدين. الولي. ايه بس هي قالت وانت قلت يعني خلاص ما can't give it. You have to give me the full answer. You have to give me listen, don't worry بعطيك something, don't worry. كمان من مكة. هاك انت قلت وانت قلتي بس I cannot give you because you did not give me full answer. So these are the components of a just so you know, of a contract, of عقد زواج. You have the offer and acceptance, you have the wali, and then you have the 2 witnesses, and then you have the dowry, right? But when is the wali not required? When is al-wali not required? Mata. If she already been married before, so who can be her wali? Herself. The imam, me, who performs the marriage, I can be her wali? Nah. Ayo, nah. So that's what happened. This is the proposal. خليكم معي لو سمحتم. Almost done. So it's a 10-year contract between Musa alayhi salam and between during the tenure in Midian. This is what Musa learned. Brothers and sisters, all the prophets, كل الprophets, كل الأنبياء, they worked in this field. What is this field? Shepherd. كلهم including Rasulullah. What did he learn? Musa alayhi salam. He's gonna learn all the talents, all the techniques. He's gonna learn the requirement to go and face Musa. Number one. He's gonna learn how to manage and how to lead Banu Israel. Eventually there will be 100,000 of them. He will need some sort of skills to be able to collect them, to gather them, to manage them, to maneuver them, to ask them to leave, to come back. Yani this is what he's gonna do with being a shepherd. He's gonna learn to be patient. He's going to learn many things. Let's go through them. Remember, because I'm going to ask you a question like this next week. Anta mashallah alayk, you're going to memorize them. Remember them. Number one, he remembers, he will learn patience. Patience. You will learn this when you go for Hajj as an imam, as a leader. When you have 500 people, 700 people, واحد يشرق واحد يغرب. واحد يقول لك لا أنا حنام في مزدلفة، الثاني بيقول لك أنا مش نايم في مزدلفة. طلعوني من هون. Wallah, somebody came and said, I don't want to spend the night in Muzdalifah. The other one says, no, we have to spend the night. The Prophet did it, I have to stay. And then you have these 700 people. How do you go, I want to do this? The other one says, I want to do this. How are you going to manage them all? So you learn this thing, when you take people, you learn patience, you learn hikmah, you learn the art of leading or the art of leadership. So Musa alayhi salam, he will need this when he goes and meets Fir'aun and when he goes and get Banu Israel out from Egypt. He will learn coexisting with the weak. Naam. Because he's gonna, now he's Musa, Prince Musa he used to be. He's gonna come back. Now he's Musa alayhi salam. He's a Musa, but he will come back as Prophet Musa. So now he's a shepherd. Shepherd يعني مع المساكين. So when he goes back, he will coexist with the poor, with the medium-sized people, with the elite. Musa alayhi salam, he will know all the skills and he will learn all the skills. He will also learn how to ponder and meditation. Naam. Rasulullah used to do that as well. It's the desert. The cattle is just doing their job. And then Musa is sitting what? They are pondering, or he's pondering, into the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. الذين تفكرون في خلق السماوات والأرض ربنا ما خلقت هذا باطلا سبحانك فقنا عذاب النار. They're looking into, what did the Prophet used to do when he was in Ghar Hira? غار حراء. He's just looking at the Kaaba. He's on top. إيش كان يعمل عليه الصلاة والسلام في غار حراء؟ عبادة. إيش اسم العبادة بالعربي؟ This عبادة, what do you call it in Arabic? This type of عبادة تدبر أو تفكر. جزاك الله خير. التدبر أو التفكر. مسك. عبادة تفكر أو تدبر. عبادة of pondering or meditation. So Musa alayhi salam, he learned that when he learned that as being a shepherd. Also he will learn humbleness. Put himself down. He will need that to be humble. As a shepherd, you learn to be humble, to be down to earth. He will learn calmness. Coolness. You need to be calm to lead, sheep and cattle and cows. You need to feel if the sheep know that you're not calm, they will not listen to you, subhanallah. But when you're calm, you can guide them, you can lead them. And you will need he will need the skill. Musa alayhi salam, he will also learn not to haste, not to rush things. Because please, he will learn the calmness. When you're a shepherd, you're calm, you're cool, shway shway. You don't rush things. You're not in the midst of this zahman and running things and rushing things. He will learn to be cool and calm. Alayhi salam. He will also learn what? Something interesting will be introduced in his life. What is it? A new thing will be introduced in his life. What is it? It's there, right there. Prophethood. Al-Asa. this new thing will come, because this asa will be utilized and will be efficient with him in so many ways. All the miracles, most of the miracles, if not all the miracles, will happen through the staff. Such as strike the sea with your staff, strike the rock with your staff, strike this, strike that, strike this. You will see how the staff, throw the staff, it turns into a snake, and then pick it up, it comes back as a staff. Why? The staff is the thing that will, and he needs it. So he's using it now. He's using it to what? To manage and to lead his cattle, the sheeps around. And I have a question. If you answer this question, you'll get this. I want to give this away. Listen, don't raise your hand unless you know the answer. Why? Later on, when Musa will throw the staff, لما الله عز وجل يقول يا موسى ألقي عصاك. ألقي عصاك, throw the staff. Then he throws the staff will turn into a snake. تتحول العصا إلى حية. Here's the question. The question is, why a snake? Why not an elephant? Why not a camel? ليش not بقرة? Why not anything? Why not a scorpion? Why a snake? لماذا a snake? لماذا snake? حجة. I thought nobody would know the answer. Somebody's asking Google. Did you ask Google? Oh, Google. Sheikh Google. She says because the snake was the symbol of Egypt at the time. The symbol of Egypt at the time. The throne of Pharaoh, there was a snake marked in it. You know, like each country now today, they has some sort of symbol. Like Morocco, we have the symbol of a lion. In USA, the symbol is the eagle, right? At the time was a snake. So that's why the staff will turn into a snake for another miracle to happen. تفضلي هذا كله يعني. And it has the key to my room key. ها هذا بتاع الفندق. بس we don't need that one. تفضلي. I took my room key. A new thing will be introduced in his life, the staff, al-asa. So Musa alayhi salam, خلاص, he accepted the deal. He's working with his family there for 10 years doing his job. In the midst of this, he learned something. What did he learn? He learned a new language. What is this new language? He married Arabiya. He married an Arab. So did Musa had a problem with marrying with intercultural marriages? Musa did not have that problem. He was from Bani Israel. He was not Arabi, but he married an Arab. So a wife will always teach you her language. Did you teach her your language? Asab. You know, for her, she would teach you, and she would teach her kids her language. Subhanallah. Right, isn't it? The mom is the mom. This is how Allah made her. ايوه نعم بس انت you speak Arabic but they speak Urdu at home. Why? Because mom speaks Urdu. You the dad, you have the mom. The mom is the boss. فموسى عليه السلام, he learned how to speak Arabic, became fluent in Arabic, so much so that later on Bani Israel will hate him. They will tell him, أنت Musa, we don't like you. Yes, you're not Arab, you're Arabi. You're Arab Musa. We're like Harun better than you. ليش؟ Harun حبيبنا. هارون من عندنا, هارون من إسرائيل, مش أنت, you're Egyptian, you're Arabi, right? So Musa, he learned a new language. And then he started doing his thing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he will reveal to Musa, قال يا موسى إني اصطفيتك على الناس برسالتي بكلامي فخذ ما أتيتك وكن من الشاكرين. Something will happen here. The chosen, before Allah chooses him, I will tell you something. Why Allah chooses Musa? Why Allah would choose Allah creates and He selects. Why Allah favors certain individuals for some qualities that they may have. What qualities did Musa have for Allah to choose him? The chosen. Why Allah has chosen? Why he was chosen by Allah Azza wa Jal? We will talk about this. Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose مثلا اصطفى آدم وآل إبراهيم وآل عمران على العالمين. إن الله اصطفى آدم ونوحا وآل إبراهيم وآل عمران على العالمين. Allah chose Adam. Allah favored Adam. Allah favored Noah. Allah favored the family of Imran. Allah favored على العالمين. Why? Because there was something special. Why I'm saying this? If you want Allah to favor you, to select you, you've got to have something good in your heart for Allah to choose you. If you're not good, how can Allah serve you? How can Allah, choose you if inside you don't like people? Musa, he loved people. Musa, he helped people. Musa, he spent his life and he sacrificed his life in the detriment of his life for the people. So Allah Azza wa Jal selected him and favored him with what? Allah spoke to him directly. Kalim Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then Allah chose him. Adam, he was chosen, favored. Noah, he was chosen and favored. Family of Ibrahim, Ala Ibrahim, wa Ala Imran ala al-alamin. So here comes the new chapter in the life of Musa. Musa alayhi salam finished 10 years. Now khalas, 10 years is over. I'm going to go back home. Where home? I'm going to go back to Egypt. After 10 years, things would have calmed down now in Egypt. Let me go back. So he took his family, his wife, and then he's coming back, going and walking, in the midst of the desert. Now he knows where to go back. He's going back, going to the Mount of Sinai. Something's going to happen. The greatest day in Musa's life. Please, I beg you, sisters, please. Please, the noise, it disturbs me. The greatest day in Musa's life. أعظم يوم في تاريخ موسى, في حياة موسى. What is this? Why? Why I'm saying this? Something's going to happen. Now he reached the mountain of At-Tur with his family, going to the desert. All of a sudden, as you may know the story, have you been in the desert? أنتوا في مصر, أنت مصري صح? What happens in the desert at night? Very cold. What happened during the day? Very hot. Very hot. This is the desert. Very hot during the day and very cold during the night. So he's going with his people, and then all of a sudden the weather changed. Became extremely cold, very freezing cold. So now he's looking for some warmth. Musa is looking for some warmth. Alayhi salam. But it all orchestrated by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How this will become the greatest day in Musa's life. وَهَلْ أَتَاكَ حَدِيثُ مُوسَى. Oh. By the way, Allah is talking to whom right here? Has the story of Musa reached you? Oh, it's right there. Oh Muhammad. Whenever I ask a question, the answer is in the translation. هَلْ أَتَاكَ حَدِيثُ مُوسَى. No, Allah is telling the story of Musa to Prophet Muhammad. He's telling him, has the story of Musa reached you, O Muhammad? إِذْ رَأَى نَارًا فَقَالَ لِأَهْلِهِمْ كُثُوا إِنِّي آنَسْتُ نَارًا لَعَلِّي آتِيكُم مِّنْهَا بِقَبَسٍ أَوْ أَجِدُ عَلَى النَّارِ هُدًى. He told his family, oh, I see some fire. Stay here. Let me go and get some warmth because we're cold. Maybe I can get some fire to show us the way in the midst of the darkness of the desert, number one, and number two, to give us some warmth. So his family waited, and then Musa goes and he walks. And he walks up this mount which still exists today. The Mount of At-Tur. هذا جبل الطور. So Musa alayhi salam, he goes. And then as he's going towards Jerusalem, this is crossing the Mount of Sinai, Mountain of Tur. All of a sudden the wind started blowing and it got very, really cold. So Musa alayhi salam spotted some light from a very distance. So he goes. As he goes, something happens. Oh Musa! As he goes closer to the light keeps going further. He comes closer and the light is going further. He comes closer, the light goes further. He goes until he reaches a tree. In a tree, Musa is getting a little bit worried here. What's going on here? All of a sudden, the cold now is becoming warmer and warmer. So Musa is feeling a little bit warm, but he's concerned. Why is this light moving forward? All of a sudden he hears, Musa. Ya Musa. He's calling. He turns. He thought he was bewitched, like Prophet Muhammad when he was in the cave. When this man came from nowhere and he told him, Iqra, who are you? Who are you? Read. So here is, Ya Musa, imagine Musa hearing this noise or this voice in the midst of, the desert, and it's cold and it's dark. Ya Musa, Ya Musa, Ya Musa, inni ana Allah. In one ayah. I'm going to start moving between Taha and between Al-Qasas and between Shu'ara. Different, surahs to talk about Musa alayhi salam. Here he says, inni ana rabbuk. In another ayah in Qasas, inni ana Allah. I am Allah. So Musa hears the voice of Allah directly. Subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inni ana Allah. Now imagine Musa. Is he terrified? Is he scared? Yes. But you will see how Allah will calm him down. Ya salam, please follow me shway. Just give me 5 more minutes. This is beautiful, wallah. ليش؟ شوف كيف الله سبحانه وتعالى حيطمن موسى. موسى مرعوب. موسى is scared, is terrified. أنا الله. جن هذا. لا أنا الله. فاخلعنا عليك إنك بالوادي المقدس طوى. Oh Musa, I am your Lord. Take off your sandals. The same sandals that he traveled with. We're talking about these sandals. اخلعنا عليك, for you are in the sacred valley of طوى. يعني you come in here to the masjid. What do? You remove your clothes. You remove your shoes. صح ولا مو صح؟ انتم معي ولا هذا زلة لسان؟ انتم مالكم؟ انتم مراد في دماغكم. Remove these shoes. So Allah Azza wa Jalla is telling him, remove your shoes. You are in a sacred land. So Musa, he removed his shoes. Musa removed his shoes عليه السلام. His sandals يعني. Musa got scared. خلاص كلمنا في هذه. And then Musa's first revelation. This is the first revelation. What is the first revelation? Allah, right here. Allah Azza wa Jalla will tell him something. Inni ana Allah. Here's the other ayah, the other surah. Inni ana Allah la ilaha illa ana. Here's the revelation. فَاعْبُدْنِي وَأَقِمِ الصَّلَاةَ لِذِكْرِي. Musa, what salah? What are you talking? Inni ana Allah. I'm Allah. I'm giving you the first revelation of what you do. أقم الصلاة لذكري. أعبدني. Worship me. Don't worship anybody else. Not Fir'aun. Nobody else. أنا Allah. You worship me. Number 1. Number 2. وأقم الصلاة لذكري. نعم, Musa used to pray. Maybe not the same way we pray today. Like ركوع سجود. But Musa used to pray like Isa used to pray. والأنبياء كلهم صلوا. ممكن مش زي صلاتنا الآن بس صلوا. هنا الآن Allah Azza wa Jalla is telling him وأقم. Sisters, yesterday we talked about this. The sisters who came to my the sisters program, the Bukhari, Tafsir Bukhari. When we talked about that hadith, when the Prophet Muhammad told the man from this qabila, he says, وَأَقَامَ الصَّلَاةِ. There's always إقام الصلاة. Allah never says الصلاة in the Quran. إقامة الصلاة. What's the difference between إقامة الصلاة والصلاة? What is the difference between establishing the prayer and you pray? What is the difference? إقامة الصلاة and صلاة. Constantly? No, I'm sorry. No. تفضل. Performance of the salah? How good you are? لا. إقامة الصلاة. حجة. في أوقاتها. هيئتها. وضوئك ويعني انك انت يعني استعدادك للصلاه, your preparation for the salah, the time for the salah, the clothing that you wear. This is all the establishing the prayer. You don't a lot of people, they just pray, but what we need, what Allah is asking you and I for, is asking us for the establishment of the salah, the iqamat as-salah. So here he's telling him وَأَقَامِ الصَّلَاةِ إِنَّ السَّاعَةَ لَآتِيَةٌ أَكَادُ أُخْفِيهَا لِتُجْزَىٰ كُلُّ نَفْسٍ بِمَا تَسْعَىٰ فَلَا يَصُدَّنَّكَ عَنْهَا مَنْ يُؤْمِنُ بِهَا وَاتَّبَعَ هَوَاهُ فَتَرْدَىٰ. So Allah Azza wa Jalla is talking to him. Then Allah Azza wa Jalla will see something here beautiful. Look. Does Allah know? I'm going to end right here. I'm going to end right here with something beautiful. Allah tells Musa, وَمَا تِلْكَ بِيَمِينِكَ يَا مُوسَى. What is Musa holding on his right? Al-Asa. Here's the question. Doesn't Allah know? Allah knows. Then why is he asking Musa? هذه. That's it. ليطمئن. So Musa is still scared. So Allah tells Musa, what is that you have on your right hand? So Musa now started talking to Allah. He's talking to Allah. قال هي عصاي. Allah did not tell Musa what do you use it for. Allah told him, what is that on your right, ya Musa? ما قال له ايش تسوي فيها ماذا تعمل. قال له وما تلك بيمينك يا موسى. What is it that you have on your right, Musa? He says هي عصاي أتوكأ عليها وأهش بها على غنمي ولي فيها مآرب. What was the meaning ولي فيها مآرب أخرى. إيش another thing. Why Musa says and I have other things with it. Why? This is interesting. Musa says, oh Allah, this is my asa. I lean on it. I use it to lean on it. I use it to manage, to lead my cattle. And then he says, and I have other means. I use it for other means. Why all of a sudden Musa says, I use it for other means. وَلِيَ فِيهَا مَآرِبُ أُخْرَى. ماذا كان يقصد موسى هنا؟ Musa, he realized Allah wanted him to comfort him. فصار يتكلم فحس خلاص أنا بكلم الله عز وجل. آدي عصايا توكل عليها. الله عالم. When he realized that Allah knows, then he says, he already know, and I have other means for it. I use it for other means. You already know, Ya Rabbi. Allah Azza wa Jal wanted to comfort Musa to start talking. Musa started talking, becoming comfortable. He's calm, and then he just kept on going like you. Sometimes, like I feel comfortable with you, and I keep on talking. And then, but Musa realizes, I'm talking to Allah Azza wa Jal. He already knows what I'm using this stuff for. He says, and I use it for other means. وَلِيَ فِيهَا مَآرِبُ أُخْرَى قَالَ أَلْقِهَا يَا مُوسَى. Look at this. Next week we're going to play this together. We're going to have Fir'aun. Maybe you're going to play Fir'aun because you're Egyptian. Hajib can you play Fir'aun? Hajib Haman. Hajib Musa. Hajib Harun. We're going to play it together so the people will see how we're going to do this inshallah ta'ala next week. Hey, لا أنت لا هو فرعون. أنت موسى خلاص أنت موسى. Okay. قال ألقها يا موسى. Allah Azza wa Jalla told him, throw it to Musa. Musa answers the call, not like Bani Israel. Later on you will see. Allah Azza wa Jalla told Musa, ألقها يا موسى. Throw it on the ground, O Musa. So Musa, he throws it. قال ألقها يا موسى. فألقاها فإذا هي حية تسعى. The حية. All of a sudden Musa sees before his eyes the staff, the stick turns into a snake. A snake. And then قال خذها. In another ayah, Musa هرب. Musa فر. قال يا موسى لا تخف. Oh Musa, don't be scared. Musa, when he saw a snake, the staff turning into, he never seen something like that. He ran. So Allah Azza called him, Musa, come back, Musa. Come back. Don't be scared. Come back. فألقاها فإذا حية تسعى قال خذها ولا تخف. Take it. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. سنعيدها سيرتها الأولى. Here's the first test. Throw the staff and Allah Azza wa Jalla tells him, pick it. So here's what happens. When he picked it up, it was not a staff, it was still a snake. When did the snake turn into a stick? When he grabbed it from the head, then it turned back into the original. سنعيدها سيرتها الأولى. Look at how Allah Azza wa Jal is training Musa, because the same staff you're going to use when you go and confront Fir'aun, and the same staff, the same stick is going to turn into, so Allah Azza wa Jal preparing him, little by little. When we will go with the magicians, there will be 100,000 snakes. Now it's only one snake. I'm training you slowly when you go and confront Fir'aun. Before you go. Doesn't Allah know? You said He knows. Then Musa realizes that Allah is talking to him. Na'am. The first miracle is the staff turned into a snake. طيب. فلما آتاها نودي من شاطئ الوادي الأيمن في البقعة المباركة من الشجرة أن يا موسى إني أنا الله رب العالمين. I'm giving you all the ayats. That talks about the first conversational dialogue between Musa and Allah Azza wa Jal. وَأَنْ أَلْقِ عَصَاكَ فَلَمَّا رَآهَا تَهْتَزُّ كَأَنَّهَا جَانٌ. When Musa saw the snake moving, he thought it was jinn. Jinn. He says, فَلَمَّا رَآهَا تَهْتَزُّ كَأَنَّهَا جَانٌ. When he saw it slithering like a snake, كَأَنَّهَا جَانٌ وَلَّا مُدْبِرًا وَلَمْ يُعَقِّبْ. You know what that means? وَلَّا مُدْبِرًا. He ran وَلَمْ يُعَقِّبْ. He did not look back. He ran. Then as he ran, Ya Musa, Allah calls him, Ya Musa, أقبل ولا تخف إنك من الآمنين. Allah, Musa, come back, don't be scared, you shall be safe. Al-Aminin, here's a question. Zamzam. Al-Aminin, from what name of Allah? Amin, is Amin the name of Allah? When al-Asa? Is Amin the name of Allah? Al-Aminin from what name of Allah? Al-Mu'min. Arham waldik, mashallah alik. Al-Mu'min. The name of Allah, Al-Mu'min, the one who gives amn. الذي آمنهم من الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف. From the name of Allah, Al-Mu'min. Don't drink it. Oh, they all came, they want Zamzam now from you. Ayo, mashallah alik. من الآمنين. Oh, Allah Azza wa Jalla assured him, oh Musa, draw near and have no fear. You are perfectly secure. Don't be scared. Come back. 1 minute. 1 minute. The second miracle is what? I'm gonna ask a question to the Arabs. واليمنيين خصوصا. Alright? If you know this answer. أسلك يدك إلى جيبك. Second miracle. Second miracle. Allah Azza wa Jalla. Hold on a second. Now put your hand to your pocket. For the Arabs, when we say pocket, where is pocket? الجيب. أبوك قال هنا والولد قال هنا. The father said here and the son said here. When Arabs say pocket, they say pocket, the pocket is here. زمزم وهذا وها يلا. When we say جيبك وضربنا بخمرنا على جيوبهن. وين الجيوب؟ يا سلام عليك كمان أنت. أهل السودان ما شاء الله عليهم. السودان الحبيبة الحقيقة. أيوة ها كله موجود ها. وضربنا بخمرهن على I'm sorry حبيبي على جيوبهن. So for the Arabs, when we say pocket means here, not here. So Allah Azza wa Jalla told him, أسلك يدك في جيبك. Put your hand on your collar, on your pocket. It will come back as تخرج بيضاء من غير سوء. So the opening of your collar, it will come out shiny white and blemish. It means that Musa saw this light coming from his heart. This is the second miracle. The first miracle is the snake. Second miracle, putting his hand into his collar, pocket كده, from his chest. And then the chest came out, his hand became nur, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed him with this calmness, nur coming from his chest. This is the second miracle. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give him the command. What is the command? What is he gonna do? Another miracle will happen. In fact, how would brother or his brother will be introduced into the picture? We're going to talk about this inshallah ta'ala next week. Because when Musa goes to Egypt, where is he going to go? First he's going to go home. Why? Because he has to meet his mother and he has to meet his brother. Why? Because he has to take his brother with him. So now Musa and his brother Harun will go to face Fir'aun. What's going to happen? There will be 3 rounds, like boxing rounds. 3 rounds between Musa and between Fir'aun. What is this guy doing? Harun will stay in the back, and then Musa is confronting Harun. What is this guy doing? Speaking? No, he's not speaking. It's Fir'aun who's speaking. What is this guy doing? No, cheering. Cheering. Hey, Musa, cheering. Musa, he's always cheering. No. هو قال لي cheering. هو قال cheering. Next week أقول لكم. Next week I'll tell you what these guys do. Next week inshallah. Next week we'll play together. Next week you Fir'aun inshallah. Next week we'll play inshallah ta'ala. All the girls this way, all the boys that way. Inshallah. جزاكم الله خير. بارك الله فيكم. جزاكم الله خير. بارك الله فيكم. Thank you for coming. May Allah bless you all. حياكم الله. Hey, I need your help.